Welcome back to the channel Coins Master, where we uncover the hidden treasures hiding in plain sight, right in your pockets, drawers, and change jars. If you're new here, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell because today we're diving deep into a coin that looks ordinary but might just change your life. Yes, I'm talking about the legendary 1974 Liberty 1-cent coin, also known as the Lincoln penny. You've seen it. You've probably held it. But what if I told you that one of these little copper coins stamped with the words, "In God We Trust," could be worth hundreds, if not thousands of dollars? That's right. This small coin might just be a sleeping giant in the world of coin collecting. And today, we're going to peel back the layers of history, rarity, minting secrets, errors, and current market value to find out why the 1974 penny is still making waves over 50 years after it was struck. So sit back, grab your coin collection, and get ready to discover the shocking truth about the 1974 Lincoln cent, because this is one episode you definitely don't want to miss. The historical legacy of the Lincoln cent. Let's take a trip back in time, all the way to 1909. That's when the United States Mint first introduced the Lincoln penny to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. He was the first real person, and president, to ever appear on a U.S. coin intended for regular circulation. The design was revolutionary. Fast forward to 1974, a pivotal time in American history. Richard Nixon was president. The Vietnam War was ending. The Watergate scandal was about to explode. The economy was facing inflation and a shortage of copper. And right in the middle of all that chaos, the United States Mint quietly continued to produce the humble 1-cent coin with Lincoln's iconic profile on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. But here's where it gets interesting. 1974 wasn't just another year for the penny. It was a testing ground. With copper prices skyrocketing, the U.S. Mint began experimenting with cheaper alternatives. This led to the creation of the ultra-rare 1974 aluminum cent, of which only a few dozen are known to exist. But even the regular 1974 copper cents that circulated widely have stories to tell, especially ones in pristine condition or with rare errors. The design, symbolism, and details. The obverse of the 1974 penny features Abraham Lincoln, facing right, with the motto, "In God We Trust," arched above his head. To the left is the word, Liberty, and to the right is the year, 1974, along with the mint mark, either D for Denver or S for San Francisco, or nothing for the Philadelphia Mint. The reverse design is the Lincoln Memorial, a stunning piece of architecture with the words, "United States of America," and the classic motto, "E pluribus unum," above it. At the bottom, in bold letters, 1 cent. It might look simple, but this design is packed with meaning, national pride, unity, leadership, and a reminder of America's democratic foundations. Mint locations and TYPS. In 1974, the penny was struck at 3 main mints, Philadelphia, Denver, San Francisco, and then there's the legendary 1974 aluminum cent, made in Philadelphia as a test coin. Only about 1.5 million of these were minted, but almost all were destroyed. Only a few dozen examples escaped the melting pot, and they are illegal to own. However, if one pops up in private hands, it's a showstopper, with values reaching up to $250,000 or more in auction rumors. Rare era coins. Watch out for. Here's where your eyes should be peeled. There are several 1974 penny era coins that are making collectors go crazy. Double die obverse. This era shows doubling in the date, Liberty, or "In God We Trust." These coins can easily fetch hundreds of dollars if in great condition, where the design is not centered on the coin. The more extreme the off-center, the more valuable it is, when the coin is missing a curved section. A dramatic clip can boost value big time. Any 1974 penny struck on aluminum, silver, or even foreign planchets could be worth tens of thousands of dollars. So if you find one with a strange color, unusual weight, or visible doubling, don't spend it. Get it appraised. Condition is everything. Let's talk about grading, because condition makes a massive difference. A circulated 1974 penny might be worth just face value, 1 cent. But a mint state, uncirculated 1974 penny, We're talking about grades MS65 and above, can command serious cash. In fact, in top condition, collectors are willing to pay $200, $300, or even more, depending on the variety and mint mark. Just recently, a stunning 1974 D Lincoln penny in MS67 red condition sold for a jaw-dropping $323 at auction. That's right, one tiny copper coin. 1 cent face value. Sold for over $300. Now imagine if you have a rare error or a proof version from San Francisco in top condition. The sky's the limit. Current market value in 2025. Here's the part you've been waiting for. As of 2025, the market for the 1974 Lincoln cent is hotter than ever. With more collectors entering the hobby, and older coins becoming scarcer in high grades, prices are only climbing. Regular 1974 pennies in average circulated condition are still worth 1 cent, but hang on. In uncirculated condition, values range from $5 to $50. High-grade red examples are worth between $150 and $323 plus. Error coins, especially double dies or off-metal strikes, can be worth $500, $1,000, or even more. And any trace of an aluminum 1974 penny is a national headline, with theoretical values over $200,000 to $2 million depending on condition and legality. So yes, that 1 cent coin you tossed in a jar could be worth hundreds, or possibly a fortune. Part 7. What to do if you find one? So now you're asking, what if I find a 1974 penny? What should I do? Here's your step-by-step action plan. Look closely at the date and check for a mint mark. Examine for any unusual features, weight, color, errors, or doubling. If it looks promising, don't clean it. Cleaning reduces value. Use a magnifying glass or loupe to inspect details like "In God We Trust" or "Liberty" for doubling. Compare it to high-resolution images online or in collector guides. Consider sending it to a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC. Join online coin forums or Facebook groups to get feedback from other collectors. You never know, your lucky find might just be a six-figure payday waiting to happen. OUTRO, final THOUGHTS. So there you have it, the full deep dive into the 1974 Liberty 1 cent coin. What started out as a common coin has become a favorite among collectors and a hot item in the numismatic market. Remember, sometimes the biggest treasures come in the smallest packages. Whether it's hiding in your change jar, your grandma's old purse, or that drawer full of junk coins, the 1974 penny is one to never overlook. If you learned something new today, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe for more rare coin stories, and share it with your friends. Who knows? One of them might be holding on to a $323 penny without even realizing it. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep searching, keep collecting, and never stop exploring the hidden wealth in your pocket change. See you in the next video. Today, we're diving into one of the most mysterious and sought-after coins in American currency, the 1980 D Lincoln 1 cent coin. That's right, this tiny copper penny could be worth hundreds, thousands, and possibly even more if you have the right one. We're talking about the legendary coin stamped with a D mint mark from Denver, carrying the face of the great Abraham Lincoln, and bearing the iconic phrases, "In God We Trust, Liberty," and "United States of America." But before you toss it aside thinking it's just a regular old penny, hold up. This isn't just any coin. This is a coin with rich history, a coin that has traveled decades through time, and today, some of these are being valued in the coin market for as much as $323 or more. So get comfortable, hit that like button, subscribe if you're passionate about coin collecting or making money off hidden gems, and let's break open the mystery of the 1980 D Lincoln cent. Let's take a trip back in time. Back to the year 1980. The world was changing fast. Ronald Reagan was gearing up for the presidential race. Pac-Man hit arcades. And in the heart of Denver, the U.S. Mint was hard at work producing billions of coins, including the copper-plated treasures we know today as the Lincoln cent. The Lincoln penny had already been around since 1909, introduced to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical person, and it replaced the Indian head cent which was used throughout the 1800s. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the front or obverse of the penny has Lincoln's profile facing right. Just above his head, we see the national motto, "In God We Trust." On the left, the word, Liberty, and to the right, the date 1980 with the letter D, signifying it was minted in Denver. The reverse side, until 2008, featured the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo. If you look closely, you can even see a tiny Lincoln seated in the middle of the monument, which makes it one of the few coins to show the same person on both sides. Now here's where things get exciting. The 1980 Lincoln cent was part of an enormous mintage, over 5.1 billion coins struck at the Denver Mint alone. That's right, billions! But not all of them were made equal. Among these billions, a handful of rare errors and high-quality strikes have become incredibly valuable to collectors. Some of the most valuable 1980 pennies include doubled die obverse, a striking error where the image appears doubled, often in the date or the lettering. These coins are very rare and can sell for hundreds or even thousands depending on condition. Off-center strikes, when the coin is misaligned during minting, creating a unique, misprinted look. Some off-center errors that still show the full date and mint mark are in huge demand. High-grade red specimens. These are coins that retain their original, mint red shine. A MS-67 Plus red Lincoln cent from 1980 can command serious money, sometimes even more than $300 or $400. Transitional errors or wrong planchet errors. A few coins were accidentally struck on the wrong metal or planchet during transitional years. If you happen to find one that's lighter or heavier than a normal penny, it could be worth a fortune. Remember, a regular worn penny might just be worth face value, but a mint state example, or one with an unusual error, is where the big bucks come into play. Now let's talk money. How much is the 1980 Lincoln cent really worth today? If you have a regular, circulated 1980 penny, it's probably worth between 1 cent and 5 cents depending on its wear. But if your coin is uncirculated, graded by a service like PCGS or NGC, and holds that beautiful red copper luster, it could be worth $25, $100, $250, or in rare cases, even $323 or more on the current collector's market. The current record for a 1980 Lincoln cent at auction sits around $400 for a top-tier MS-67 red example. That's 40,000 times its face value, and the truth is, prices are rising. As coin collecting becomes more popular through online communities and digital auctions, scarcity meets demand, and suddenly these coins are no longer pocket change, they're investment pieces. Collectors are always hunting for the best specimens, especially those that are well-centered, cleanly struck, free of spots, and with full, rich color. If you've got a high-grade 1980 Lincoln cent, now is a great time to get it graded and appraised. So, how can you get your hands on one of these treasures? Here are a few pro tips. Search your spare change. You'd be shocked how many people overlook pennies. Look for a 1980, especially one that has a shiny, red appearance and no visible scratches. Check coin rolls from banks. Ask your local bank for penny rolls. You might strike gold in just a few bucks worth of change. Estate sales and garage sales. Older folks often have coin jars and collections that haven't been touched in years. Online coin lots. People sell bulk coins online without realizing what they have. Sometimes you can snag a hidden gem in a bulk buy. Always look closely at the date, the mint mark, the shine, and the strike. If it looks different or extra crisp, put it aside for further inspection. So there you have it. The 1980 Lincoln 1 cent coin, a coin that might be sitting in your pocket or change jar right now, could hold the key to a small fortune. It's a coin with a legacy, born during a historic decade, designed by legendary artists, and holding its place in the hearts of collectors everywhere. Whether it's a stunning mint state red specimen, a rare double die error, or an off-center strike that looks like no other, these coins are becoming more valuable every year. So don't overlook the humble penny. Take a second glance. Flip it. Check the date. Inspect the mint mark. You never know, You just might be holding on to something worth $323 or more. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe for more deep dives into valuable coins, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a hidden treasure. Drop a comment below if you found a 1980 Lincoln cent or any other rare coin. We love hearing your stories and showcasing our community finds in future videos. Until next time, keep your eyes open, your coin jars full, and your curiosity alive. This is not just change, this is money with history, value, and untold potential. Thanks for watching, and happy coin hunting! Today, we're diving deep into the world of the 2013 Lincoln cent, its history, secret value, shocking errors, and why this seemingly ordinary coin is turning heads in the numismatic world. Make sure to watch all the way to the end because I'm going to show you exactly what to look for, and how one small detail could turn your 1 cent into a small fortune. Let's get into it. The 2013 1 cent coin is part of the famous Lincoln cent series, which has been in continuous production since 1909. Over 100 years of history. Originally minted to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln, it became the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical person. The obverse, that's the front of the coin, shows the bust of Abraham Lincoln, a design created by sculptor Victor David Brenner. That same portrait has remained on the penny for decades, making it one of the most iconic designs in American coinage. Just above Lincoln's head, the phrase, "In God We Trust," is proudly stamped. To the left, you'll see the word, "Liberty," and to the right, the year 2013 is struck, often with a small mint mark, either P for Philadelphia or D for Denver, showing where it was made. On the reverse side of the 2013 penny, we see the Union Shield, a design introduced in 2010. The shield has 13 vertical stripes representing the original 13 colonies, joined by a horizontal bar at the top that symbolizes the unity of the states under one federal government. Across the shield, you'll see a bold scroll with the denomination, 1 cent, and above it, the words, United States of America. It's not just a coin. It's a compact piece of American history. Now, you might be wondering, if billions of these were made, what makes a 2013 penny worth over $323? Let me break it down for you. First, error coins. During the minting process, sometimes mistakes happen, and those mistakes can make a coin incredibly valuable to collectors. Some of the most valuable 2013 pennies are ones with double dies, off-center strikes, or coins struck on the wrong metal planchet. These are extremely rare and can skyrocket in value instantly. Second, high-grade coins. A regular penny might be worth face value, but a 2013 cent in mint state, MS condition, especially graded MS 67 or higher by PCGS or NGC, can be worth hundreds of dollars. The higher the grade, the more desirable the coin. This is especially true if the surfaces are bright, lustrous, and free of any nicks or wear. Third, low population coins. Not all 2013 pennies are created equal. Some specific dies created sharper, more detailed coins with fewer flaws. If only a handful of those exist in pristine condition, the demand goes through the roof. And finally, collector demand. Coin collecting is booming, with thousands of collectors entering the hobby every year. As more people hunt for these gems, prices rise due to scarcity and competition. Here's the exciting part. If you have a 2013 penny, here are some things you need to check. Doubled die obverse. Look closely at the words, "In God We Trust, Liberty," or the date 2013. If the letters appear to be doubled or have shadows, you may have a DDO coin, and that could easily be worth over $300, depending on the clarity. Off-center strikes. If the design is shifted to one side, leaving part of the coin blank or missing detail, this is a known error type. A 10% to 50% off-center strike on a 2013 penny could fetch $150 to $500 or more depending on condition. Wrong planchet errors. Some 2013 cents have been accidentally struck on dime planchets or foreign metal blanks. These coins are much lighter or smaller than regular pennies and are incredibly rare. Some have sold for over $1,000 at auction. These are raised lines or blobs on the coin, caused by a damaged die. Depending on the severity and location, they can add significant value. So before you spend that 2013 penny, grab a magnifying glass and take a closer look. What seems like a small scratch might actually be a valuable mint error. Let's talk real numbers. A circulated 2013 penny might be worth 1 cent, but if it has even the smallest error or is in uncirculated condition, the value rises quickly. A basic mint state 2013 D penny graded MS65 can fetch $10 to $25. Higher grade examples, such as MS67 Red, have sold for $150 to $300. Coins with verified errors, like a double die or off-center strike, have sold for $250 to $700. The rarest varieties, especially in pristine condition, have crossed the $1,000 mark at auction, and yes, recent sales have placed select error coins or rare high-grade examples at over $323, depending on collector demand and auction interest. The market is hot right now, and prices continue to climb. Here's the best part: you don't have to be a millionaire to find one. These 2013 pennies are still in circulation. Check your change, coin jars, drawers, and even cash registers. It's like a modern-day treasure hunt, and you could be the next lucky person to discover a valuable coin. You can also visit local coin shops, flea markets, estate sales, and online marketplaces like eBay. But be cautious and always verify authenticity. And if you think you've found something special, submit it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC. Their expert graders can officially determine your coin's grade and value, and once it's certified, the resale price can skyrocket. Final thoughts: this coin could change your life, so there you have it. The 2013 Liberty 1 cent coin, the humble penny with a powerful story. A coin that honors Lincoln, carries America's motto, "In God We Trust," and might just be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. It's proof that history, rarity, and a little luck can come together to turn pocket change into treasure. You don't need to dig for gold, sometimes the gold is in your wallet already. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss another rare coin alert. We've got more episodes coming on valuable dimes, nickels, quarters, and even coins worth millions. And let us know in the comments, have you found a rare 2013 penny? What's the most valuable coin you've ever discovered? Thanks for watching, and until next time, happy hunting. Keep checking that change. Your fortune might be just 1 cent away. Check out our next video on the rare 1982 D Roosevelt dime worth over $66 million. Yes, you heard that right, millions. Tap here to learn the secrets behind one of the most valuable modern dimes in U.S. history. Don't miss it! Today, we're diving into a coin that might just be sitting in your pocket or piggy bank right now. But what if I told you that this seemingly ordinary coin could be worth a jaw-dropping $323? That's right, we're talking about the 2018 Liberty 1 cent coin, yes, the humble penny. A coin that has been turning heads in the collector's world and making waves in the market. Buckle up, because we're about to journey through time, decode rare features, and uncover how a modern-day cent could hold serious value. Let's get into it. The origin of the modern penny first. Let's take a trip back and understand what this coin really is. The 2018 1 cent coin, known commonly as the Lincoln penny, belongs to one of the most iconic coin series in the history of the United States. It features the familiar bust of President Abraham Lincoln, which has graced the front of the penny since 1909, over a century of numismatic legacy. On the obverse, you'll see that proud portrait of Lincoln facing right, with the inscriptions, "In God We Trust," proudly arched along the top, "Liberty," to the left, and the date 2018 stamped to the right. That's not just any design, that's history in your hands. But the back, or reverse, of this modern-day penny features the Union Shield design. This emblematic shield symbolizes Lincoln's preservation of the United States during the Civil War, a bold tribute to unity. It was first introduced in 2010 and continues to represent strength, federal authority, and endurance. The 2018 penny was struck by the United States Mint in 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Each version has different values depending on mintage, condition, and rarity. The history behind the coin. More than just copper. Now let's get into the legacy of the Lincoln cent that this 2018 penny is part of. The Lincoln penny was introduced in 1909, replacing the Indian head cent. It marked the centennial of Lincoln's birth. The original designer was Victor David Brenner, and his initials, VDB, sparked early controversy due to their prominent placement on the coin. Still, Lincoln's penny was the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure, a major shift from classical allegorical representations. Fast forward to the 21st century, the Lincoln penny has undergone changes in material, shifting from copper to zinc with copper plating, due to rising copper prices in the 1980s. The 2018 penny is composed of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper, weighing about 2.5 grams. So even though it's called a copper penny, there's not much copper in it anymore. But what's really exciting about the 2018 version is that some rare varieties and era coins have made headlines, fetching major bucks from collectors willing to pay a premium. Hidden value. Why is a 2018 penny worth $3.23? Now the part you've been waiting for. Why would a 2018 penny be worth $323? Isn't that just face value? Here's the scoop. Not all 2018 pennies are created equal. Some rare mint errors, limited edition proof coins, and high-grade uncirculated pieces are skyrocketing in value. A coin that's worth 1 cent in a soda machine could be worth hundreds under the right conditions. Let's break it down. Double die obverse. Some 2018 pennies show doubling on the date, or the lettering, a rare error from the minting process. These can be worth from $50 to $150 depending on severity. Off-center strikes. If the coin was not perfectly centered during minting, and part of the design is missing or shifted, that can add tremendous value. Some off-center 2018 pennies have sold for $100 to $250. High MS grades. A 2018 penny graded MS 68 red, mint state 68, red color, by PCGS or NGC, meaning it's in near-perfect condition, has sold for over $300, and yes, even reaching $323 in private sales or auctions. That's collector demand in action. Proof coins with deep cameo finish. The San Francisco minted proof coins, if preserved perfectly, also attract high prices. In slabbed, certified condition, they command values well above face. So yes, it's absolutely possible for a single 2018 penny to be worth $323 or even more in today's coin market. How many were made and why that matters? Let's talk mintage. Because scarcity affects value. In 2018, the Philadelphia Mint produced over 4.9 billion pennies. The Denver Mint struck around 5.6 billion. That's a lot of pennies. But here's the thing, most of these are in circulation and showing wear, making high-grade specimens rarer. The San Francisco Mint, on the other hand, produced a limited number of proof coins specially struck for collectors, and those have the best shot at high value when preserved. Even among billions of coins, only a handful will grade above MS 67, and those are the ones setting records. What to look for? Could you have a $323 penny? Now that we know what gives the 2018 penny its power, here's what you can do. Grab a magnifying glass and start checking your pocket change for crisp detail and no wear or scratches. Doubling on the letters, Liberty, or In God We Trust. Weird spacing or off-center design. Brilliant red luster. The redder, the better. San Francisco S mint mark if it's proof. If your 2018 penny looks flawless, don't spend it. Get it graded. Coins certified by PCGS or NGC with MS 67 or MS 68 grades can turn that 1 cent into hundreds. Don't believe it? Check online auction records. Some have crossed the $300 mark with fierce bidding wars. The future of the penny. Should you hold or sell? The Lincoln cent is facing uncertain times. Every few years, there's talk about discontinuing the penny altogether due to rising costs. If that ever happens, even modern coins like the 2018 penny could shoot up in value as collectible relics. And with younger generations entering the hobby and values increasing, now might be the perfect time to hold on to these gems. Final thoughts. A penny that packs a punch, so next time you get change back at the store, don't overlook that little copper-colored coin. The 2018 Liberty 1-cent coin might just be a treasure in disguise. Whether it's a rare mint error, a stunning proof, or a perfect mint state piece, this tiny coin has a big story and even bigger potential. Could you be holding a $323 coin without even knowing it? Start checking your change. You never know, the next valuable coin could be right in your pocket. If you enjoyed this deep dive, smash that like button, subscribe for more coin secrets, and drop a comment below if you've ever found a rare penny or want me to cover another coin next. And remember, every coin has a story, and every story has value. Thanks for watching, and until next time, happy collecting.